All right, we're sitting down here with Alex. See, Alex, I just start right away.
All right, cool. We're jumping in.
Alex doesn't know if he's ready for this, but I told him he's going to be just fine. Alex works for Vistabule. And what do you do for Vistabule exactly, Alex?
I am lead assembly, so I assemble the trailers from start to finish.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And today was a day at the rally where we spent some time just looking at people's site, looking at their modifications that they have. And then you and I were just talking about how you like quality stuff. And
I do.
That kind of attracts me to you. People have told me that you're very detail oriented.
Yep.
So I was excited to find you here by yourself, but unfortunately you were reading a book, relaxing until I came to bug you.
That's all right.
But do you want to show us some of your stuff that you have here today?
Yeah, sure.
Let's start with this cool little table because I like this. It looks like this is Snow Peak.
Yep, we got the Snow Peak bamboo table. They make a stainless steel one, which is pretty nice as well, but this matched my other stuff, so got it, you know.
And it folds up really small, doesn't it?
Folds up really small, and then there's a carry pouch as well that I have stored.
Look at that.
But yeah, and you can carry this around. It's nice, perfect.
That's
perfect
awesome.
size. Yeah.
Yep, that's sweet. And then we saw this earlier today. This is his kind of entryway for his trailer.
Yep.
Is this? I see it's attached to the awning.
It is. Yep. So this runs through this C channel here, and zips to the net. There's another portion of it that runs through that channel in the back.
Did you create this, Alex, or is this something you could buy?
This is something that you can buy. Tepui was the manufacturer of the awning.
Okay, Tepui.
Yep.
Tepui.
Tepui. And then Thule or Thule, I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Thule or Yakima? Or,
yeah. Thule bought Tepui.
Okay.
So this is a Tepui and Thule mesh net.
Awesome.
You know, so it fits perfect around the
So it keeps out some bugs.
Yep.
It's attached to your Vistabule by the
awning.
by the awning, which is a rack on top.
Yep. So we have the Yakima, I think, baseline tower with the round bars.
Okay.
And we installed that on there.
That works out good. Pretty easy to set up.
It is, yeah. You know, alone it's a little tricky. You kind of got to get used to it, but eventually you do, and it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of gives you a nice area to stand, hang out, be out of the elements, but it's still part of your personal space, isn't it?
Yep. A little bit of privacy, but you're not cutting anybody out. You know, it's still welcoming. And
I like how he leaves the door open. Like when you look in, it looks so cozy inside. Yeah. And I noticed, I got to pay attention because there was also a discussion about this. You sleep, looks like with your head towards the window.
I do. I switch up, you know, depends on the night, but I love this. You can look right out the window and you're looking at the headboard with the mood lights. It's pretty comfy.
You up for trying this, Karina? Putting our heads this way? Yeah. It's different. And then here's the front of it there. I like this because some people have told me that they sleep this way if the air conditioning's on.
Yep.
And if the air conditioning's not on, they would sleep this way because the air conditioning's so loud, they said. But you don't have AC, I see, in there anyways.
The furnace, you know, that gets pretty hot, so it's kind of nice to have that blowing at your feet rather than your head.
We should try this, Karina. This looks good.
Yeah, it's nice. And then your vents, you know, if those are open, it's kind of like that hot tub effect in the winter. You know, you got cool air on your skin around your head and your shoulders, but then you're warm, comfy in your
And on a late night where it's dark, you can see the stars outside the window.
Yep.
Is this new for Vistabule, this top?
This is custom.
Okay.
I did this myself. I laminated just so I could set, you know, drinks on it and not worry about the wood. And
that's really nice.
I did a slate gray and a black. These were kind of test runs, but the slate gray will match my countertop.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Karina, I want to try sleeping the other way tonight. Are you up for that? All right, let's try it. All right, in the back here, this is what I was excited to see. You're showing this today to everybody.
Yeah.
And there was like a gang around here.
There was. I heard I should be an ambassador for Snow Peak after this. But
so this is a Snow Peak product also.
Yeah, it is.
So you have this. Now let me ask you, you work at Vistabule and you decided to not get a sink, it looks like in here.
Yep.
And so no water.
No water on the trailer, yep.
No water in the trailer at all. What was your decision for that? A lot of people ask, hey, should we get a sink? Should we not get a sink?
I think I don't know, it's always personal preference. But for me, it was to avoid the hassle of cleaning the system, winterizing the system, and avoiding any leaks, in the place that you sleep, and just kind of jeopardizing the integrity of the wood if there was a big water leak, with storing 7 gallons of water.
Yeah.
If that were to come pouring out,
And you're in Minnesota, so that you can kind of go out when it's cold and not have to winterize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And we've done some January camping, and it's cold, but it's nice, especially in the Vistabule. It's cozy.
So he's gonna sit and dump out his dishwater.
Probably shouldn't show, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's watering the plants,
Yeah.
you guys, is what he's doing. That's organic stuff in there.
It is.
It really is. See, I'm not making this up.
Yep.
So Snow Peak table.
Yep.
Cutting board, Snow Peak knife.
Yeah.
Snow Peak stove.
This is the kit that they sell, the IGT system. Each one of these is a unit, is considered a unit. So you can mix and match, move them around. This could be a barbecue box or just a stovetop.
Okay.
And it all breaks down so nice that I can fit it all in the camper. This frame here and the legs will fit in under my foot bins, the storage bins.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then everything else, all the units and my water will fit in the area that would be plumbing.
Now, this looks automatic, this Dometic, is that?
It is, yep. So it's just a double tap, and it's connected to the Dometic.
So down here we have 2 water containers.
Yep, 2.7 gallons, I think.
Okay, so just for backups.
Yeah.
In there.
Yep. And then this is the sink that came with the kit. And it's great. It's deeper, so you can do, more dishes, bigger dishes.
You're just usually supposed to set that on top here? Is that the plan?
That would actually insert just like this one.
Okay, it inserts in there.
Yep, but I got the stainless steel sink from Kurogi, which is a company that makes aftermarket parts for this IGT system.
Okay.
You can see this kind of slides in and out of this track. So you can get more accessories, like for, bamboo tables that would sit here. You can extend this out. It could be a right angle, so you can make it more of a bar and have some people seated.
And it's got some netting underneath here just to store stuff or dry your dishes maybe, even that type of thing.
Yep.
I like this metal sink way better than the fabric one that you just showed me.
I do too. And this is,
That's pretty cool.
It's a great item. It's really well made, but it's, this is perfect for doing your dishes, and this is, you can use it as a rinse bin or a little cooler, it's,
everything else there.
Yeah. So it's still nice to have and use, but I do recommend the aftermarket sink.
Now you have the Dometic fridge.
Yep. Dometic stove.
Looks brand new, but you also have a cooler here. So what do you keep in here versus what do you keep in the fridge?
This is all my food. Peace of mind. It's, just the fridge sat 34 or 36 degrees. I usually run it at. That's my beer cooler or sparkling waters, ice, and...
Or some what was that? Some spicy whiskey I saw you drinking last night or something.
Oh, that wasn't me. No.
That wasn't that was a guy that looked like him, but it really...
You know what? That was me. There was 2 bottles going around, and one of them, it was like apple cider.
Accidentally ended up in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. I hate when that happens.
You got to have some whiskey on the fire.
Everything else here is pretty basic.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Slate gray countertop.
Is this an option for people?
It is.
Is it slate gray?
It is. Yep.
I like this look. Ours has the countertop that comes with it, kind of the multicolor look, but this looks clean.
Yeah, it's nice and classic.
I would upgrade for that in the future. I like this look.
For sure.
This looks cool.
Yeah, it's cohesive. It matches. All the hatch bags are gray.
No paper towel? You took it out?
No paper towel. I didn't install it, because I built this thing from start to finish.
So you got to build it the way you want.
Yep. So I took the paper towel roll holder out because save the forest, man.
Yes.
Oh,
you're
the kind of guy.
You like that, don't you, Karina? Here we go. Most energy she's had the whole camping trip here. This is amazing.
I think it's really important to cut back on that waste,
That's awesome to see. And then everything else is the same. You got drawers over there.
Yep, the 3-drawer set here, which is just my kitchen stuff. Treat this like the kitchen area. So it's cutting boards, knives, cups, coffee, and then pots
Same,
and pans,
yep.
plates.
And then this is probably a huge open space since you don't have a sink in there
It
for
is,
storage.
yep. And like I said, I can fit all of this in here. So,
You're kidding me.
So
all of that.
besides the frame and the legs.
Okay,
but
fits all
everything
in
else
there.
can fit in there.
And then where do you put the frame and the legs?
That is under the
bed.
Under the bed in the storage bins. Yep.
Gotcha.
So yeah, right now this has got some paper plates and trash, you know.
But
so
a lot of room in there.
Yep. You can kind of play around with it. You have more space.
But you put all that stuff in here
during travel
to do that there.
Yep.
You know, that kind of says a lot to me. You work there and you ended up buying your own trailer. How did that come to be and why did you do that? I mean, did you know about these trailers before you started working at Vistabule? Or?
I did. My neighbor, their neighbor bought one back in the day and I saw it and I was like, what they have a spaceship over there? Like, what the hell? And so I was always inspired by Bert and his design and the trailers. I loved them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a long story, but my buddy opened a brewery next door to them, Vistabule, the shop. So I was slowly introducing myself and, you know, looking for a change coming from the Walker Arts Center. And I asked Lily, you know, she was hiring. So
that's awesome.
I got in, yeah. And so it's been a great 6 years.
And you
then.
came from the art side of things, so you really can appreciate the art and design.
Absolutely.
Probably in the trailer and that type of thing.
Definitely.
There.
Yeah.
Well, that says a lot. I mean, if you worked there and ended up buying your own trailer, that's a pretty hats off to the trailer there.
A lot of this stuff was scratch and dents, you know, stuff we couldn't sell to customers. We didn't want to sell because it had blemishes or scuffs, marks.
So you got to piece your trailer together slowly, I bet.
I did, yep. And, you know, saved a lot of parts, took a lot of time. And then eventually, you know, there was parts that I had to buy, so got those. And
did it sit in the back and you're like, here's my trailer and we'll just like sit in the corner and we'll just piece it together and we'll get stuff available?
Yeah. And what's that Johnny Cash song? Like one piece at a time. I built my Cadillac one piece at a time. You know?
That's even better. It has such a great story to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got the two-tone silver on the roof, the nose, and the tail, and then patina
on
green
the side
on the
and the green on the side.
Yep.
That's cool. I like that look
so
too.
A little bit more unique.
And you were saying you work at Vistabule as a builder. What was the
assembler?
Assembler.
Yep.
But before we started filming, I thought it was really cool that you said is that at this rally here, you get to really see customers and get their feedback and kind of even feel the love they have for the trailer. So you don't get that assembling all the time at the shop. I bet it's a totally different vibe.
It is, yeah.
So it was probably cool for you to see all these the actual users actually using it where they are in the camping spots.
Yeah, it's great. And to see everybody's unique setups too. That's been really sweet. Like I'm inspired by a lot of these people who have their setups out.
Yeah,
and, it's cool to finally get some real customer interaction and
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad we got to meet you here. We spent a little time with you by the fire last night. And it's been a pleasure. Thanks for this quick tour. Thanks for letting me bug you from reading to do this tour. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you. Adventure often.